we have with us Mahesh Jain. He's the grade lead at the Somaya School, Mumbai. He's also an experienced trainer and has trained over 2,000 teachers across the country. And his webinars on digital tools for teaching have actually really made it much easier for a lot of teachers across India during the lockdown. He's also conducted webinars for and with educational organizations like Adyayan, mytrustedtutor.com, and for schools across Maharashtra. And this one's my favorite part. He's been the winner of the Teaching Aid Hackathon, which has been organized by THT. So yes, we are so happy to have you with us, Mr. Mahesh, and thank you for to all the participants as well for joining us on this glorious, beautiful, rainy Sunday. Over to you, Mr. Mahesh.
Thank you, Anuja. So there are some rules for all of you. They're there on screen. Before we begin, before I start the slide, my PPT, I would request all of you, all the participants, to can you just put it down which subject you take so that I get a fair idea about our participants' strength. So that when I give example, I also keep the subject in mind. So if you can just put it down in the chat box, that would be great. So thank you, Anuja, for the introduction. Can I share the PPT now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
thank you. Awesome. Okay, so I guess my PPT is visible.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm seeing in the chat box, yeah. So Mandeep Kaur, computer, Rajni Marathi, Disha Parekh. Okay, I'm so sorry, that's Disha. Sai Sudha ma'am is science teacher. Vinod Vrinda ma'am is science teacher. Awesome. Sabita, English and higher, English and history. Okay, awesome. Avni ma'am, preschooler. Awesome, great. So, good to see you all here. That's Mahesh Jain. Anuja has already introduced you, and this is our session, which is on Google Forms and Assessment, part of Elevate Your Virtual Classroom with THT series. Second session in the series. One we had yesterday, I guess. Right? So
Yes.
before we go ahead, if we, Anuja, if you could have the poll on screen, I would request all the participants to just participate in the poll. Please give your responses. The questions are which grade you teach, so that will help me in understanding how I should move ahead. You have written the subject which I have understood. So do you have any idea about Google Form? Yes, no. Have you already done it? If you have created and if you're still exploring, I fall into that category of abcc, that I've created one but I'm still exploring about it. And if you are the one who know everything, maybe towards the end you can help all of us also with the question answers. You can just pitch in over there, because I'm just exploring and I'm still here to help other teachers out here. So I'll not say I'm sort of expert, just exploring and helping others also. And last question, which is very important: do you think Google Forms can be used for subjective exams? So am I there? Am I there? I'm
Yes.
there, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. So yeah, do we have all the results? Can we share the results, Anuja? If in case at all towards the session, if my internet goes, please forgive me, because then I'll switch to my hotspot, and maybe a little bit here and there will happen, but I will try my level best to be there based on the availability of Wi-Fi. Awesome. So can we
So
have
we
the,
have pre-primary teachers are 13%, which grade?
okay, awesome.
Primary 38%, secondary 63%, and high secondary is 13%.
Okay.
Uh, 38% have created Google Form and are exploring, whereas 25% want to know more about it.
Okay.
So in our room, I would say 4 out of 16 want to know more about it,
Awesome.
and 6 of them have already heard about it.
But never filled one, right?
Do we think Google Forms can be used? So 7 of us are saying maybe, and 9 of us are saying yes.
Awesome. So still there is maybe, so after today's session at least I guess those maybe should go into for sure. Now the results are there on screen for all of us, I guess, right? So
Yes.
now I'm gonna move ahead. So I've got a fair idea. So when I'm seeing 62% participants are from the secondary section, I'm also a secondary teacher. So I guess we will be able to relate. But the example which I will be giving when we'll be moving into live session is going to be from all the sections. So it would be general example. So let's begin with what is there on my screen on PPT. So what exactly is Google Form? I don't think I have to tell you all about it, because we already have used for maybe from last 4 months, all the teachers are using it, Google Form, for collecting information, for conducting survey, for quick assessment. And now this part we're going to emphasize that how for quick assessment we can use Google Form. We can share the link via email, we can see the responses on the spreadsheet, and that's how Google Form will work. So I'm going to consider that all of you are fresher, like you just started. So I'm going to take you quickly from zero till whatever level we could reach in terms of Google Form. So when we are talking about Google Form, first thing, let's say if there were around 8 participants who said that you have not filled the form. So I guess you are a fresher over there. So we'll be understanding that when we talk about Google Form, first thing, if you'll put it in the Google browser, Google Form, this is what you will see on your screen. Okay, yeah, this is what you will see on your screen. You need to go to the Google Form in the personal section, not the business one, because right now we are talking about individual uses. And definitely you will be logging in, because without logging you cannot use Google Form. You will log in, and the moment you are there, this is your screen. When you're just starting, you're beginning with the Google Form, you have not created anything. You can see the arrow all the time. Please keep on looking at the arrow on screen. Everything is been taken from my own Google Forms. I've taken all the screenshots and few information from internet here and there. So like beginning with it, when you're fresher, this is what you will see on screen. No forms yet. So we also want to understand how Google Form can be used for apart from subjects, apart from taking tests. You can see there are some more examples given, contact information, RSVP, so for any party invite. So if you would have observed for today's session also, how you've registered is via Google Form. Going ahead, when you've started creating and you've created multiple Google Forms, this is how all the forms which are there will be visible on your screen. So you can see when you've started working based on that, you will understand what all things you could do. There is option of worksheet, blank quiz, exit ticket. You've taken session, you want to check how was your session, you want to take a quick feedback about your session, you can use Google Form. You want to understand whether the students in your class, they are getting some input about what you've said or not, they can just write the feedback, they can just fill the exit ticket. Formats are available online. And for assessment, how we'll be understanding, Google Form gives you idea of taking assessment. And the best part is you don't have to do correction if it is objective test. If it is subjective, then definitely you have to do correction. How? That I will be helping you out. I hope I'm audible to all of you. If I can just see a thumbs up on like anyone from any one participants, that would be great. Anyone, can I just have thumbs up? Like, okay, awesome. So yeah, so 2 people are saying yes. Great. So thank you, Sai Sudha, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. Awesome. So going ahead now. So now let's talk about how we can basically create Google Form. So again, as I told you, I'll be starting from zero, how you can create. I'll be taking you to every corner of Google Form, which corner will indicate which part, and how it can be utilized for our purpose of teaching and learning in the classroom. So let's talk about Google Form. You've created Google Form. You are new to it. You want to start making Google Forms. First thing you need to do is click on blank. The moment you click on blank, this will lead you to this part. You can see on the left side the blank I have like enlarged, and the moment you click on it, you reach to the new page, which is Google Form you want to create. Now I want you to look at the Google Form, this slide clearly. There are all the option. I'm going to talk about each and every corner of it. So if I could use laser pointer. Okay, so you can see the arrow here, it indicates Google Form home. The moment you click here, you will actually reach to your home page of Google Form, where all the Google Forms which you have created will be visible to you. Now you can see there's a star here. There's nothing marked on that. If you put a star, this became a form with a star marking, so that if you want to search, if you made hundreds of Google Form, then you can just put important forms with the star marking and you can search them easily. Now you can see there's nothing else apart from that. When you've started creating, you can see it's empty untitled question. The moment you type something, it will auto save it. The moment you start typing, you can see there is going to be a folder available. So let's observe, there's nothing right now. Just observe, I've just typed a dot on the screen. This is Google Form, and you can see there's a folder available. It says move to folder. There was no folder here, there is a folder now. And this is how all the changes saved in Drive auto save. You don't have to worry about what happened if I just don't forget to save it. Everything is being saved directly. Now let's move ahead with what all things are there in Google Form. This is your page, Google Form page. Now going towards the right side, so you can see there are multiple options on the right side. So first option is a palette. It's like when we do painting, there are colors to be picked. So there's a palette here. This is for indicating themes. So you can customize theme, and you can see all the options available. There is also an option of header, and you can put a image which indicates your company name. So if you would have seen the Google Form which THTS sent, the header was there, and that was the picked up from here only. So you can just choose image, whatever image you already have, you can just pick it up and put it in your Google Form. It will go as a header for your image for your Google Form. And colors, you can decide based on whatever color you want, based on whichever grade you're teaching, and you can consider the colors. Going ahead, on the right side, next option after customized theme is, you can see a small eye icon has been made, which means whatever Google Form you're making, how will it look to the participants, that will be visible. So you have seen this, I've just added a dot over there. The moment I click on preview, I can see this is how the Google Form will be visible to the participants. So this is the next option. Going ahead, after that, you can see there's option of setting, which is on top, third option right side mein. The moment you click on it, it will lead you to all the settings which are there. Now this is one of the important part of the Google Form. There are multiple settings available under the title of general, presentation and quizzes. So let's talk about what all settings are there in general. So now if you are taking exam, or if you're taking any survey and you want to collect the email address and you want to know who has sent the details, this is very important that you put the check, you click this checkbox of collect email address. This is when you are starting to create the Google Form. Click on it. Whether you want the participants to receive the receipt or not, you can just decide that. And if you feel that the participants should get the receipt, you should click that. Now next one is now I'm from the Somaiya Vidya Vihar, so for us the G Suite is available, and that's why it says that for us it is very important that if we are taking exam, only people who have so our students also have been given email ID, so they can use only email ID with Somaiya Vidya Vihar in the email will be allowed to fill in the registration or fill in the form. Otherwise, if you want to allow anyone to fill it up, then you can just uncheck that and it's sorted. Now if you try to find out and you see that you don't have it because you're using on an individual scale, if you're using as a company, then definitely you will have this if the G Suite has been taken up. Next option is limit one response. So whether you want your participants to give more responses, yes, no, that you can decide. Whether you want the participants to edit after you have submitted, yes, no, you want them to see who has filled how much and what answer has been given. If you want all these settings, these are there. Now let's say if you want to make it anonymous, you don't want to collect email address, you want to just conduct a survey, just uncheck it and they will be just filling the detail, and you will know nothing about who has filled, but you will get all the details. That's what has been done usually in the survey. So this is all about settings, Google Form general settings. Now when we come to presentation, how the Google Form will be visible to the participants, whether you want them to see the progress bar, how much is left, how much has been filled up. Now if you're taking exam, whether you want them to have questions which are in shuffled order, so person A may have ABC, person B may have ACB, like that. The questions will be same, but the order will be shuffled. Do you want them to have one more submission of the form? If yes, no, that you can decide. And what message you want towards the end. Like the moment they submit, do you want specific message? Otherwise, by default, there's a message available which says your response has been recorded. So you can do that. Now this is all about Google Form general and presentation. Next is quizzes. Now quizzes is when you want your form to be auto corrected. You don't want to take a stress of doing correction. That can be done by Google Form by default. You can just click on this which says make this a quiz. When you make it a quiz, you can assign values to your correct answer, and the responses will be reaching to the participants the moment they submit, or if you decided to release it later, that also can be done. So you can see, we'll not talk about this because this is for the Chromebook options. So when we talk about releasing the grade, so this is when you want auto grading to happen, right? Make this quiz. Releasing the grade, do you want them to get the response the moment they submit, or you want to analyze whether everything is correct or not, and then you want to do that? That also can be done later. After manual review, you can give the grades, or you can just immediately release the grade. Now this option is very good if you want to conduct a test where you have subjective as well as objective paper. So objective can be auto corrected, and subjective you can do correction, and then later on you can release the grade. Now apart from that, when you release the grade, what all things they should be able to see, that also you can decide on the form, whether you want them to see the point value, whether they should be able to see what were correct, which questions were missed by them, and these are some of the basic settings. So if you are still there with me, can I just see thumbs up from someone here? Yeah, just a quick check, so just to check whether I'm there or not. Okay, thank you, Miss Ritu and Brinda. Okay, awesome. I'm saying thank you to whomsoever is there on my screen, because I can see only 4 people right now. Okay, now let's go ahead with the next part. We have understood what was there on the right side, 3 option. Next option is clicking on send. This is very important. When you click on send, you get this option. You can send it to anyone whom you want to get the form filled via the mail, or what you can do is you can click on the next option, which is a link option. So usually Google Form link comes out to be on almost 1 line, 1.5 line. So what you can do is you can shorten the URL, and you can just copy. The option of copy is there, and this link you can paste it in the Zoom class also. So if you're taking online class and you want them to give the response now only, you can just put it in the chat box, and you can get the response, and this way you will make sure that everyone is giving you response. And during the exam, we have conducted exams, our class test, our PA1 exam via the Google Form, and we have done this way only. Going ahead, if you'll see on the top right corner now, it may happen that it is for sure going to happen that if there are 4 classes and there are 2 teachers teaching, so are they going to make different Google Form for the same subject? No, you can make one form, and you can add collaborator. So what collaborator can do is 2 of you can work together, or that person can make a copy of the same Google Form, write it under the title 10th A for you, 10th B for that teacher, and link will be separate, and you'll get the option of Google Form. And these are some of the other options. You can also print the Google Form, add the collaborator, put the add-ons which are as per the requirement. Going ahead, now this is your Google Form. Let's start adding the question. When you start adding the question, you will see untitled form. Let's say you want to add something. Now the moment you start adding here, you can see there is option on the right side. There are multiple options. Plus icon is for adding the question. So the moment you click on that, you will get a new question. But on the right side there were various options, so let's also understand what all options are there. This is the option for adding question. Another question, you can add title and description. You can add video. You can add the video also in your question. You can import question which you have already created. You can add images. You can add sections. So if you feel that student will get bored with just one form, so many question, you can just add it as a section, and section B you can make it as subjective, section A you can make it as objective, like that. So let's start adding the question now. When you observe for this also, there are various options. You can see all these options. You have short answer wala question ka option, you have paragraph option, MCQs, checkbox, drop down, file upload. We'll talk about it for the subjective exam. You have linear scales where you would have seen good, very good, how was the session, for feedback and all those things. You have grid boxes, you have tick box, grid. All those options are available. You can ask them to write the date and time also. So let's start putting up details. So when you start putting, so short answer question, the moment you write, this is how it will appear. Next one is paragraph question. Short answer and paragraph is almost same. Only issue in paragraph is you will get more space, and that correction has to be done by you. It becomes a subjective type thing. But short answer, you can give multiple answer ka options, and that will be auto corrected. You can see MCQ here, check boxes. You can see how it will be visible. Next is drop down. You can have a question, and you can put the drop down options. Linear scale, you can decide 1, 2, 3 how it will look like. Is here you can see how linear scale looks like. This is for the multiple choice grid boxes. We'll be seeing all this during the live making of Google Form also. You can see how checkbox grid will be visible, date and time you can put, and how will it appear is also visible here to you people. Going ahead, this is one sample of the MCQ which we have given in our class test exam. You can see image, you can see question, you can see option. So student have to just select the correct option based on the question which is there. So this is one of the sample from our class test physics exam. I'm a physics teacher, so this is physics sample question. You can see how you can add image, add question. Student have to just tick mark. So this is based on the objective questions. Now you want to see your Google form is set, you have prepared Google form. How will it look to the participant? You just click on the view, and this is how the Google form will be visible to the participants. You can see how it is visible. And the one which we have made, okay, I'll be answering all your question towards the last 10 minutes time. Before that, if you get a question, just put it in the chat box. We'll definitely answer. So you can see this is how the Google form which we have created. I created for the webinar. You can see how it will be visible. Going ahead, when anyone has submitted the Google form, you can see they will get this message. You have already submitted respond. Now this they will get only if you have put a option that only one person can submit one time only. So if that person try to submit the form again, you will see that this option will come to them. And if you have released the score, if you have given the option of releasing the score immediately after the submission, they can just click on view score, and score will be visible to them. Yes, you can use it for maths test also. Right now I'm talking about objective exams only. We'll be talking about subjective exam also. So if you would have seen, we have used it for physics. So if we can use it for physics, for sure we can use it for maths also. So when we are coming up to what happened when the participant submits the form, so you can see you have two option question. We have discussed just now how question can be added. Response, you can see after everyone has responded, I have this option where I can see how many have responded. So 86 participants have responded for this paper, and you can see there's a small option of this also, not accepting responses. The moment you click on it, nobody can submit the form. They will not be able to access the form itself because you have stopped accepting responses. But if it is on, they can submit the responses as and when they want. So this is how. Now one important thing about Google form is this gives you data, and you don't have to worry about anything. Everything will be sorted for you in the Google form itself. So let's see what sort of details you'll get. So you can see out of 86 people, if I would have sat and tried to find out kya acha hua, kya nahi hua, kya median hai, what is the average, it would have taken me a lot of time. But Google form has just done it after the submission, maybe like turant ho jata hai. You can see the total point distribution, what is the median, what is the average range. There's also option of frequently missed question. This question was answered only by 34 students out of 86. So you can also understand that there is somewhere problem either in the interpretation of question or maybe the concept. So you can rework on it. So one teacher has asked, can we do it for math? So you can see this is a question which is a physics question. mathematical question which has been given in Google form only, but the answer is in terms of options. So MCQ, like how we have in NEET exam and all those things. Anyway, a lot of controversy is going on about it. We'll not talk about it. Okay, so talking about responses, this is how your responses will be visible. So if you would have seen accepting responses, the moment I'll check it out, no one will be able to submit. Some insights are already visible here. You can see how the responses and insights are given to us. Now, all these responses you also want on a spreadsheet. That option is also available in the Google form. On the top, in the response option on top, if you observe, there's a small uh, what do you call it as, I don't know, just a plus sort of sign is there, which click you the moment you take the cursor over there, it says view response in a sheet. So the moment you click on it, you will this form will lead you to the Excel sheet, and you can see all the data based on the question is available to you. Now if it was objective, you can see scores are automatically given, you don't have to worry about it. This is my Excel sheet from my class by grade 10 student. You can see I have not done anything. Obviously I've prepared the question. Yes, the green signal means Excel sheet. Awesome. So you can see this is a response. You can see scores are automatically given here by Google form. Every detail of the student, what question, which student has answered for any question, what. Okay, I'll come to that also. So what all are the answers available here for each question? You can see it's there already on the screen for every student based on Google form what response they have done, and you can understand that if there is a pattern, that let's say if this person has not answered, you can see out of all this person has given a different answer compared to this, so you can understand who is going wrong somewhere. So this was all about objective paper. Now what if you want to give a subjective paper? Now this was all about whatever we have discussed is objective, that student have to just select the tick mark correct option out of the four given option. Now what if you want to give a maths derivation, a maths sum to solve, and you don't want to put it as MCQ, you want them to you want to find out what are they able to write down in terms of steps or not. So in that case you can choose to have subjective paper. They can write it on paper and they can submit in the Google form. Now you may say that we can do it directly via email also, why to use Google form, but advantage is Google form gives you all the data at one place. You can just click on it, download and correct the paper and send it back. So let's talk about how to add a subjective question. Same Google form, multiple choice wala option aayega by default. You have to click on the arrow, you have option of file upload. You click on that. The moment you click on that option, right now as a creator, when you're creating a Google form for the student subjective paper, so you can see I have given this question, draw circuit diagram for resistors connected in parallel. Now objective में इसका नहीं दे सकता हूँ. I can give four option and I could ask them कि कौन सा correct है, but if I want them to draw, then I have to go by this method only. So draw circuit diagram for resistors. You can see these are some of the options. Do you want them to put a specific file type or anything can be done? I would advise PDF is preferable if you could do that. Number of files you can decide based on requirement. Maximum file size, I guess 10 MB is more than sufficient if you go for a PDF, but then there are options available which you can pick it up also. So now let's say start. So you would have seen here I have added the question. The moment I'm seeing the question, name of the student, draw the circuit diagram, and after adding, this is how the question paper will be visible to the student. And if you want to view how will it be available to the student, this is how they will see the paper. You have to write the name. For the second question, they will have to add file. They can put the answer in their paper and attach the file. Now you may say that who will guide student how to do that, although student may know more than us. In our case, many of the students have taught us a lot, and it's nowhere it says that learning is bad. We can learn from anyone, no problem with that. So you can just how student will do that, let's also understand that part. So this is how student have seen it. So they have done the answer on paper. They will have to just click on add file. The moment they click on add file, it will lead them to this paper. So I have tried it with a mobile phone. So mobile phone, it was very easy. The moment I click on it, it gives me an option of select file from your device. So if it is there, So they can just write it on paper, click photo, convert it into PDF, send it to their computer, and they can attach it. Or if they are on mobile phone, this they can just get an option of clicking on camera. They can click on camera, and the answer is already written on paper. You can see they can just click photo, click on the tick mark over there, and it will upload over there. File is inserted. You can see the moment you click on it, upload, file will be uploaded, and you can see it's uploading is in process. And then this is how their form will be visible to them, and it's ready for submission. The moment they submit, they get this option. Now this is done by student. Now how will it appear to you? Now let's talk about that also. You have created form. As I told you, if you remember that this green box is for the Excel sheet. Very good. And this is one student, Mahesh. He has responded to the question. This is how it will be visible to you. Now this person has given the response in image format, JPG. Right? If you would have asked that person to do as PDF, he could have done it, but you have not asked, so any file has been done. Actually, I also didn't knew how to do that PDF thing, but later on we understood, and then I have that example also. So this is one example. You need to click on the green one, Excel sheet के लिए. The moment you went into Excel sheet, this is the question: at what time that person has submitted the form. This is like I have done it for maybe 12th webinar or something, and you can see it comes as a link. I have to click on that link, and the paper is ready. I can just download it and use the correction के लिए. There are tools available. I forgot. OneNote is there. You can just use that and do the correction. DocHub is there for correction also. So I'm going to show you how correction also is done. Initially, we were also hesitant to do that, but we went to exam.net also for another setup, which is another tool to do take exams, subjective exams. Now let's say this was okay. So this is one of the example of our PA1 exam. It's been almost 1 month. We have already taken IWP. Everything has been done. So you can see this we have created, and this is a paper having combination of subjective as well as objective paper, because CBSE, I'm a CBSE teacher, and there is subjective objective combination, which is very important. So you can see instructions here. It says that last question, two questions are subjective, so that they will do the objective on screen, subjective they will write it on paper and upload as I've shown you. So how it looks when they upload it. So you can see how the paper looks like. This was our paper, subjective paper. You can see 5 6 7 objective question, and 8 and 9 are the subjective question. For this they will have to click on add file, and I've shown you how add file can be done. Awesome. So going ahead, they have done the everyone has filled. You can see 89 participants have filled the form. They have given the exam, PA1 exam, and I've got the statistics about किस student ने कितना किया है, and you can see these are all the students who have submitted the form PDF format, as I've discussed, because PDF correction becomes very easy. So I'll pick any one student's form as a response sheet, and you can see this was the response sheet, and we have used OneNote for doing correction. It looks exactly like मैंने papers pen से correct किया and उसका photo लिया. No, I have not done correction with the pen. It is with the tool called as DocHub. I've used that for correction, and that's how correction is being done. You can see 5 out of 6. So as I told you, objective plus subjective mix tha. So this is the Excel sheet we have discussed. So you can see all the objective questions are here. This is the subjective question. So for subjective question you have corrected. So I gave 5 out of 6, and you can see here the total score is there. Now total score कैसे है? Last वाले option में you have to manually enter score, and total score is visible. And I guess with this you can take this with subjective exam also. So that's a small meme over there. Use Google form, get a lot of data. So that's all from my end about the presentation part. We'll be going live also. Before that, if you have question, you can connect with THT also, or you can connect with me also. There is email ID also. Before we go ahead, if you have question, please put it down in the chat box so that I'll get some idea. Yeah, the session is still there, so please do write down your questions in the chat box. We'll be moving on to creating the Google form right now.
So there's a great question which even I was wondering, that how do we type formulas and
Okay,
math
so for
equations?
Awesome. So I'll be talking about it, although I'll not be able to go in detail about it because those are all the add-ons for Google Form. There are multiple add-ons which you need to add for any detail you want to do that. Okay, so are we ready for going online? If I can just see thumbs up on screen. Yeah, awesome. Can I see thumbs up from everyone? Let me check. Are we all there? Like, and there are some more reactions. Okay, we don't have to use reactions right now. Awesome. Great. So again, so whatever I have told you, let's say even if you miss something, I'm again going to go to live and I'm going to take you to every part of the Google form, and we'll have a small Google form created right now also. Okay, so let's move now. I'll try to move on the.
Yeah, if you could help us with the name of the tool which you use for correction.
Yes, the tool which we use was DocHub, and we can also use OneNote. I used was OneNote, but DocHub is also a very good tool. Yes, DocHub. So I guess my screen is visible. Are we ready?
Yes, yes.
So let's say I'll type Google Form, and as I showed you, whatever I've shown you on the PPT, everything will be seen now also. So you need to just click on Google Form and it will take you to this only changes the name of the guys change. Tom and Kim, they just keep on changing the names. You need to click on Google Forms, and there was Pam name also. Awesome. And you are here. So as I told you, if you are a new, if you have not created any Google form, you will not see anything, but I have created multiple Google forms, so you can see all the forms are here. So we're going to go to one blank form. Let's say a new form we'll create right now. Hopefully everything works fine. Okay, so here we are. As we have discussed, this was for homepage, right? You can see there's nothing apart from star, so I'll just type dot and you can see hopefully folder will appear. Yes, you can see the folder is also there. So this is what I have shown you, but we'll be talking about it separately also. So as I've discussed what all things were there, this is just to yes, I'm going to show you one image question also how to add that. Before that, you can see this is for the add-on. You can add a question. Okay, this is as I told you for the header. Now we are going to take the header for our Google form also. So what I'll do, I'll take the header of our webinar itself. So I already have planned it out. It's already there on my screen. So I'm going to just take this. This becomes the header. So you can see the image is not visible, but header hopefully will be visible. Okay, awesome. So you'll see in some seconds the header will be visible. Hopefully, yes, that's the header. Just avoid a little bit here and there that you need to work out. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'll try to go slowly. I hope the header part is clear, right? You need to just click on header and take the image which is already there with you or your logo, and you can put it as header. You can change the color and all those things. You can change the font size, or like whether you want to make it as a fun thing, you want to make it as a basic formal. Will keep it as basic only right now. So this was all about this. Now how will it will be visible to the participants? As I told you, next option was preview. So let's see how will it be seen to the participants. You can see I have not created the form yet, but whatever we have done, it's visible. So coming back to this, next option was setting. Okay, so when we come up to this one, in setting, as I told you, collect email address. If you want, collect the email address. Whether you want the participants to get the response, yes or no. Now we can say, let them have the response sheet also. Now, if I don't check on this, so if I'll send the Google form to you, you'll not be able to fill it up because you're not from my organization. So I will have to uncheck this so that you can fill. Limit to one response will do that. And let's not make it edit after submit, and we don't want you to see the summary of other participants, right? So let's see in the presentation part what all settings are there. So you can click on show progress bar if you want them to see the progress bar. I don't want you to have questions jumbled. We'll be making only 5 questions, so we'll not do that. So as I told you, in general setting we have just done limit to 1 response, so I don't have that option of show link to submit another option, so that's done. And your response has been recorded, so I can just say good work. I have just changed the message for all of you. And in the quizzes, so I want to make it as a quiz, right? I clicked it as on to make this quiz, right? That is done. Do you want to get the grade right now? Yes, we will have grades released immediately. Do you want to see, do I want you to allow and see which question you have missed, what is the correct answer? Okay, chalo kar dete, koi problem nahi hai. And save. My settings are done for the basics, is sorted. Next option, as we have discussed, we have seen in the PPT, send. I can just send it to anyone. You can give me email ID, but we are not doing that. I'm considering we are all uh, using the link right now. So you can see, as we have discussed, link पूरा एक line का हो जाता है. So we can just click on shorten the URL, and this is a small URL. I can just copy and paste it in the chat box, and you'll be able to do that. But I'll not copy and paste right now. First, we will create the Google form, right? Next option, as we have discussed, we have collaborator, make a copy, taking a print, all those options. So let's start creating Google form. So because I have made it at quizzes, and first question was collect email address, so this is by default. So let's add some more question. So okay, I'm gonna write name. So you can see Google is smart. Name bola to short answer directly आ गया यहाँ पर. So this is one question is been added. Now let's add another question. Let's add MCQ question. So I'm going to take a recent example, right? Anywhere my spelling goes wrong, just avoid that, because this is just for the purpose of representation. Okay, so MCQs, how we'll add the question uh, recently, right? So I guess you know, even if you don't know, this is just a Google form. So who announced retirement? Is it Dravid? No, okay, Dravid नहीं लिखते. Pandya still playing. Oh, I changed the question. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'll take the another option. That's Sachin, or we'll take one correct option भी होना चाहिए. So let's say Dhoni. And as we have discussed, multiple choice question हो गया है, right? How will it appear? You can see question यहाँ पे ready. So I don't want that other thing also available. So I'll just cross this. How will it appear? You can see this ऐसा दिखेगा. Now we have also made it as वो बाद में करते, पहले एक क्वेश्चन बना लेते हैं. So which is the correct answer here? I guess you will know. You will fill the Google form. You don't have to. Okay, which option is there for more than one answer? Okay, we'll talk about that also. Going ahead, next question. Now somebody has asked how to put image wala question. So I'm going to put image to the question. Now let's say again for that also I've decided one image. So hopefully I'll get it. So you can see again this was planned. So this statement, there's a statement on screen for all of you. What do you feel? Is it correct or is it not? So I'm going to put it in the center line. So this is there. Now I don't want to make it as multiple choice. What I'll do is I'll make it as a checkbox. So checkbox bola to you need to just say true, false, yes, no, and there's another option which is, let's say, okay, no, and you can just cancel this. Okay, also let's do the correction here. Okay, बाद में करते हैं. चलिए, this is one done. MCQ हो गया, checkbox हो गया. We'll add one more question, right? So today was Sunday, and I guess fourth Sunday, last Sunday of the month, and on every last Sunday we have done, we do something, we hear something, right? So Today also, just let us know who gave Man Ki Baat. Who gives usually Man Ki Baat, right? So who gave Man Ki Baat today? So we'll make it as a drop down. So is it our CM? Okay. Was it our PM or was it our president? So let's make it, this is another drop down question. Now how will it appear? We'll see later on. Awesome. So three questions we have added. We'll add one more question just to make it a 5 mark paper. So let's add multiple choice. So match. So I'll again write SRK cricket. Okay, Raina is also retired, so his name should also be there. Raina movies. Hockey. So I've added three options and we are done. So I guess for every question, if you would have observed, there was one option which is, so I want only one to be responded. Now because we have made it as a quiz, let's click on the answer key. So I know SRK belongs to the movie industry. So if someone give that correct answer, he or she gets 1 mark. Rena is from cricket, so that answer gets one. So and this is done. So a question ho gaya. The other things I'll just erase now. That's not needed. So this is one question which is ready for us. Answer key is also decided, I guess. Yeah, 2 points are done. This also we can remove now. Okay, who gave Man Ki Baat today? Let's decide the correct answer. The correct answer, I guess, is PM. 1 mark and done. So, and is it required question? Yes, it is for sure required question for you to answer. Next is, I guess, all of us will agree to this. So let's also have a correct answer for this one, right? And 1 mark for this correct answer, and we are done. And this is also a okay. So this also is a required question. Next one is who announced retirement recently? Let's say correct answer is Dhoni, and let's have 1 mark for that also. This is also compulsory question, and you can see our Google form is ready. You can see total points are 5. You want to see how Google form looks like the one which we have created just now. This is how it will look like it to you people. Now what I'll be doing is I'm going to share this Google form with all of you, and I would request all of you to just fill it up, right? So I'll shorten the URL. I'm copying it right now and I'm putting in the chat box. So yeah, so I'm sending the Google form to all of you in the meeting. So I request all of you to fill up the Google form, and we'll see how the responses are visible. So let's start filling up the Google form, and the moment you start filling up, I'll get the responses here. So I hope everyone has got the Google form. Can I see thumbs up? Yes, no. In the chat box, the Google form link is being shared. I would request somebody to try it out, at least one person.
Yes, yes.
Come on, guys.
So there is no right answer, right? When I'm filling the form, I want to know which is the right answer.
You just go ahead.
Yeah.
You just fill the form. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Right? Don't worry about right wrong. It's just for the demo purpose. So that's my 24th webinar, and it also comes here when I'm done. Awesome. Yeah, great. I'm getting responses. You can see 8 responses are already there. And after that, we can see what responses people have given, irrespective of who gives what response, how responses will be visible. That's what is important part for us to discuss. Now let's see. 11 responses have already come, and I'll wait for one more response, and I'll get 12. I'll stop. Okay, so now you can see 12 responses we have got. I'm going to stop. Now if anyone try to fill the form, they will not get the access because I've stopped the accepting of responses. So I'm not accepting any more responses. Let's not be rude here. Okay, if you were filling, just go ahead and fill. I'm so sorry. So you can see inside the responses who has given. I can see the scores of everyone. I guess you must have got the result after the submission only. So you can get all the details. Now let's go to the Excel sheet also. So you can create a new Excel sheet the moment you click on it, and hopefully we'll go to the Excel sheet. Yes, you can see almost everyone has got the full score, but we were just trying out of it. So you can see time also is mentioned. So who has given response sabse pehle, who has given the response sabse last, and all the options are available. And this is how the Google form works. So I guess now that's all from my end. Now we can move back to the question answers. Okay, how I stopped, I guess I've shown you, but I'll show one more time. So you can see there was option of accepting responses. You can just click on it and it says not accepting responses. I just click on it, it says accepting responses, hopefully, and not accepting. You need to just click on that. All the participants who have filled, you will get all the detail, right? Now there's the question how to create multiple link. Now if you want to just ask someone else, so you can just click on make a copy and the link will be different. Uh, so this is done. You can just another form is created and the separate link is there. So I guess this is how Google form can be worked out. The more we explore, the more we learn.